My boyfriend had been the other man who stole me away, so he lived in terror that someone else might use the same playbook on him, path dependency paranoia. Every day he frantically checked my whereabouts. I had to call if I ate with anyone, endure bedtime interrogations, and even my brunches with girlfriends ended before 10 p.m. I couldn't breathe under his psychotic control any longer. I decided to break up. At midnight he stood at my bedside, voice icy. You want to break up? Fine. Wait until I'm dead. Then he headed for the balcony to jump. I hugged his thigh. Stop, stop, stop. We're not breaking up. Ugh, trapped with a psycho-obsessive. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel and tell us in the comment section where you're listening from. I was still Logan's girlfriend the day I met Adrian. Logan was tall, slim, gentle, filthy rich. They say he fell for me at first sight. He'd sent flowers, gifts, affection, knelt on the beach with white roses for a grand public proposal. Impossible to resist. I accepted because, well, I'm a face person. A handsome guy helps me finish an extra bowl of rice. 2 weeks into the romance, Logan took me to meet his friends. He slid an arm around my waist and announced, "This is Serena, my girlfriend." His buddies exchanged glances and towed the line. With a goddess like this, no wonder Logan chased so long. One clown added in a silly sing-song, "Sis, you have no idea, Logan couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, all he wanted was to win you." We were dying to see the girl who turned him into a lovesick zombie. Now we know, an actual angel. I smiled, taking the compliments with a grain of salt. They were friendly, except one. From the second I walked in, someone's gaze drilled into me. I lifted my eyes. Authority incarnate, pure male perfection. Striking, delicate beauty, yet indolent and cool. Narrow ink black eyes caught mine, the outer corners tilting, pupils brimming with amusement, lips curved, an irresistible demon. Logan was handsome, his friends easy on the eyes too, but beside him they dimmed to background noise. Logan followed my stare and immediately understood. Still holding my waist, he greeted the man. "Long time no see, Adrian." Adrian flicked a look at Logan's arm around me, reined in his smile, and gave a curt, aloof nod. "Hey." Even his voice was lethal. Logan sighed in resignation, still the strong silent type. "Adrian? Can't spare a few more syllables?" The others chimed in, nodding. "Right, Adrian's had that stay-away warning since kindergarten. Only childhood privilege earns us 2 words. At this rate we'll never attend his wedding." Adrian lounged on the sofa, indifferent to the ribbing, then after a beat he smirked. "Who says? I might have a secret crush already." Thunderclap, Logan and the crew erupted, the iceberg blossoms. Spill, who? Even I was curious, a face like his crushing anonymously? Turns out someone in this world doesn't worship looks. Who? But Adrian would not be forced. By the end of the night the identity stayed locked behind his smile. After Adrian and I added each other on WhatsApp, I acquired a hobby, scrolling his Instagram. The posts looked routine, until you zoomed. Post-workout selfies with damp, half-sheer shirt revealing abs and V-lines. Moody close-ups were long, sculpted fingers tug a collar, showcasing beautiful, sensual collarbones. And always that gorgeous face as the final knockout. I swear he's angling for one specific fish. Thanks to that mysterious target, us onlookers feast like royalty. "Serena." Logan stepped over, brows knit, clearly irritated, though not about Adrian, and took my hand. "What's up?" he said. "An old friend just got back. She wants to meet you, but don't believe everything she says." I smelled drama. Sure enough, the moment we met she sized me up like an item on sale. Logan clasped my hand and introduced us. "Chloe, this is my girlfriend Serena." Chloe wore a pink and white sundress, heart-shaped face framed by long black curls, voice syrupy sweet. She seized my hands affectionately. "Serena, I'm Logan's childhood." "Logan, she's gorgeous." Then, letting go, she punched his chest. "Great eye, Serena outshines every ex, lucky you." "Childhood, Logan." I slanted Logan a half-smile. He clutched his ribs, glancing at me sheepishly. Her game was amateur, but I tucked hair behind my ear and murmured, "Maybe Chloe just prefers my type. Beauty is subjective after all." Childhood flushed crimson, and used to someone who can twist white into any color. Suspecting her rival swung the other way, someone snickered. Logan hurriedly herded us inside. In the room Logan insisted we share a tiny love seat, legs and hips glued together, cracking jokes nonstop to keep me amused. I stayed stoic, less angry, more squashed. Adrian reclined in a roomy single chair. I envied his space. Logan leaned closer, shrinking mine further. "Serena, are you mad at me?" Suddenly Chloe popped up again, tears shimmering, pitiful as a kitten. "It's my fault. Please don't fight Logan over me, Serena." I stood, fed up with the squeeze and the sob show. I'm not mad. You're in no position to anger me or Logan, Miss Juan. This is our first meeting. Before today your name never crossed his lips. Get over yourself. Her tears froze mid-cheek, stunned by my bluntness. I watched the tear finally slip free as Chloe choked out, so Logan really doesn't want to mention me. Logan avoided her gaze, but his hand tightened around mine. Chloe's eyes reddened again. Sorry, Logan. I shouldn't have broken our engagement back then. They'd been engaged? This was news to me. I looked at Logan, his face was dark. He lowered his voice to explain, Serena, that was a long time ago, so it was true. Chloe kept crying, drip after drip. Logan and I had a childhood betrothal. I couldn't help myself. What century is this? Childhood betrothal, how lame. Chloe carved me with a spare glare, but it had zero sting. Logan was always sweet to me, took care of me, even fought other boys to protect me. I couldn't picture gentle Logan throwing punches for anyone. His grip on my hand unconsciously tightened, his eyes heavy on Chloe. Chloe, stop. That's all in the past. Chloe looked pitiful, tears blurring her eyes. Sorry, Logan. You were so good to me. Your precious Logan was so good to you, yet you ran off with someone else on the engagement day without a word, right? The voice cut in, aristocratic and mocking. I shifted my gaze, Adrian. He smiled as he spoke, lounging on the sofa, long fingers swirling his glass. You basked in Logan's devotion while tangled with another guy. When you left him a sticky note and vanished on engagement day, did you ever think of your fiancé or either family's face? Chloe's face flamed. No one had ever shredded her so mercilessly. She was an only child, doted on by her parents. Even after jilting Logan, they were angry only briefly, then forgave her and cleaned up the mess. The Vance elders said little for her parents' sake, and Logan had spoiled her since childhood. Half the reason she dared to bolt was the confidence he'd forgive her. She had only to pout and play pitiful, and Logan always caved. She lowered her head, secretly hating Adrian, her voice still sugar soft. I was too immature back then. Adrian laughed again, chin propped on his hand, lazy and relaxed. Sunlight streamed through the windows, gilding his porcelain skin in pale gold, his features breathtakingly stunning. Chloe, after all these years you're still stupid and vicious, brain never engaged. He met my startled gaze, eyes curving, dangerously mesmerizing. Chloe stopped crying altogether, staring at Adrian with pure hatred. What did you say? Adrian's tongue stayed razor sharp. You really think no one sees through your tricks? How many times have you played the divide and conquer card? Only an idiot like Logan lets you twist him around, because he used to like you, but he doesn't like you anymore. Brutal, indiscriminate shelling. Chloe's nails dug into her palms, shaking with rage. Logan had indeed forgiven her, but afterward every girlfriend he dated was sabotaged by her. He'd stayed single for years. Just as she thought they might restart, I appeared. Logan, do you really not want me anymore? I frowned. Hitting on my boyfriend right in front of me, total disregard. Luckily, Logan knew the line. I'm serious about Serena. I truly love her. The first moment I saw her, I liked her. I want to marry her. As he spoke he started to drop to one knee to propose. I panicked. My good life had barely begun. I was not ready for early matrimony. Okay, I believe you. Get up, quick. Chloe snapped. Her tears dried, replaced by a resentful glare sharp as knives. Hating me was pointless. Had I forced her to flee her engagement? I turned and gave her the same once-over she'd given me earlier. You look much better now than when you were fake crying. At least it's real. Logan stood silent at my side, declaring his stance. No one backed Chloe. She finally stormed out. What she didn't notice was Logan's arm around me while his eyes followed her retreating figure for a long time. Only when I nudged him did he snap back and smile at me. After the gala, Logan was about to drive me home when a call came. Whatever was said made his brows knot. He looked at me apologetically. Serena, something's up with Chloe. I might need to go check. No wonder she was so arrogant. Logan enabled her. I pulled my wrap tighter, tucking stray hair behind my ear. What about me? He was humble, cautious. Can Adrian give you a ride? Right on cue, Adrian appeared beside him, tall and lean, twirling car keys around a finger. Ready? I stepped around Logan and left with Adrian. Adrian, weren't you drinking? The glass had grape juice. I settled into Adrian's car, exhausted after the drama-packed day. I thought you'd break up with him. Break up? We're not there yet. Logan hadn't actually cheated. Adrian stayed quiet for a moment, then asked, "What do you like about Logan?" I told the truth. "I like his face." Adrian suddenly laughed. I turned, curious. In the shifting light his profile was chiseled, eyes dazzling. "Got it." "Got what?" I stared, puzzled. The next afternoon, Logan still hadn't returned. I woke from my nap to slanted sunset rays. The room was dim and silent. Logan wasn't back. He hadn't come home, but his call did. "Serena, I can't get away. There's a contract in the study Adrian needs urgently. Could you bring it to his place?" Groggy from sleep, I mumbled, He said something else and hung up. I sat on the bed blankly. What had I just agreed to? Another ring, Adrian. "Do you know where I live?" "No." His voice was low, soft as a feather brushing my ear. "Then I'll send you the location." "I'll wait." Okay. By the time I reached Adrian's place, the sun had almost vanished, leaving only a violent orange smear across the horizon. A driver deposited me in front of a beautiful house. Adrian was waiting, the sunset stretching his shadow into a long, thin ribbon. That exquisitely decadent face made him look like a demon who'd stepped out of the dusk to seduce mortals. He held out the white roses in his hand. "For you." I took them and looked him over. "You're burning up." His thick lashes curled like ink strokes, unnatural flush riding high on his cheekbones. He blinked once, voice husky with fever. "Yeah, I feel pretty lousy. Want to come inside for a minute?" Turning down a sick man felt heartless, so I agreed. After all, Logan was still with Chloe, wasn't he? Inside, Adrian's house was classically elegant, and so quiet it felt as if he lived here entirely alone. Curious, I asked, "You live by yourself?" He collapsed onto the sofa, wrapping a throw blanket around his shoulders. "No girlfriend, no childhood sweetheart." He went on, "A housekeeper comes a few times a week. As for my parents, my father died young, and my mother's too busy working to notice me. So yes, only me." His tone was flat, utterly careless. I stepped closer. Cocooned in the blanket, his pale, perfect face glowed fever-red, fragile, almost broken. A stark contrast to the cold, regal Adrian I'd met before. My voice softened without permission. "Why didn't you go to the hospital?" "This looks bad." He gave a self-mocking laugh. "I've taken meds. I've survived worse. I hate hospitals, they're always full of people who have someone. I'm always alone." His voice dwindled, lashes trembled, casting thin, lonely shadows. "It makes me feel pathetic." I stared at him so long that he suddenly looked up, ink-dark eyes locking on mine, glistening. I silently marveled again at a face clearly kissed by God, then cut straight to the chase. "Are you trying to seduce me?" "Yes. I'm absolutely trying to seduce you." He admitted it freely, expression shifting in a heartbeat, narrow, gorgeous eyes smiling, voice soft and flirtatious. He played weak and pitiful on purpose to hook me. Leaning against the sofa arm, he lifted my hand. "Then will you let me seduce you?" Slender, jade-cool fingers guided mine to his sculpted cheek. Breath hot at my ear, he whispered, "Do you like my face?" I didn't answer, but I didn't pull away either. He was right, I did like his face. "Chloe's in the hospital, Logan's still with her. Break up with him, he doesn't deserve you." The mention of Logan sobered me. I rejected Adrian's advice. "No. I'm not breaking up, not now." He hadn't expected refusal, his face changed instantly. "Why?" "Logan can't decide between you and her." "You still want him?" "What do you even like about him?" The last words came out almost snarled. "What's so great about him?" "Not younger, not better looking, and his romantic history is a mess. How does he beat me?" He sounded like I was a blind idiot in love with a scumbag. "He doesn't beat you," I said, "but I'm not ending it today. You say he's tangled with someone else, yet I haven't seen proof. I won't convict him on hearsay." Even I heard how lovesick that sounded. Adrian clearly thought so too. "Serena, you," he stopped mid-sentence because I'd placed my hands on his shoulders and leaned in. Perfect skin, flawless bones, and still sick, yet his dark eyes blazed. "Adrian, do you want to be my secret lover?" The light in those eyes died, he started shaking with rage. "My first relationship and you want me as a hidden, nameless side piece? Am I that cheap, that embarrassing to show off?" Disappointed, I let go. "Fine. Forget it. As I turned, something tugged, he'd hooked a finger through my dress hem, head bowed. I'll do it. I'll be the other guy. He was right, younger, prettier, better body, just clingy and jealous. Burying his face in my neck, he muttered, "Don't let Logan near you. Don't let him kiss you or hold you. I don't want another man's scent on you." His jealousy melted my ears. I sighed. Got it. I didn't go back to Logan until afternoon the next day. The moment I pushed the door open, we came face to face. He held a cake plate, smiling. "Serena, perfect timing, I just finished baking." Then he frowned, studying me. "Why are your lips so swollen?" After agreeing to be my lover, Adrian had kept me hostage, kissing my mouth crimson to stake his claim. "Heat rash from hot pot last night," I lied. I nodded toward the faint bite mark on his neck. "What happened to you?" He looked sheepish. "Chloe was upset yesterday, she accidentally bit me." Accidentally, right. I arched an amused brow. Days rolled on, Logan grew busier, out early, home late. Chloe drank herself into the hospital, caught mysterious fevers, broke out in allergies. Every ailment required Logan at her bedside or she refused treatment. The Rwans had no choice but to call and beg him. His justification to me was always, "I see Chloe as a sister now. Her parents have been kind, I can't say no." Couldn't say no? Looked to me like he enjoyed every minute, but it didn't matter. If my boyfriend belonged to someone else, I still had my secret lover. Adrian showed up the instant I texted. While Logan held Chloe's hand in hospital corridors, Adrian and I christened every surface of my penthouse, sofa, bedroom, rug, again and again. The new game really was addictively fun. Adrian's black hair was damp, his long, gorgeous eyes curved in a smile. "Tired already?" My vision blurred with tears as I stared at the glistening red of his lips opening and closing. I couldn't hear what he was saying, I only wanted to kiss him. A new round began. Even though Adrian was officially my secret lover, he acted as if he were my boyfriend, shipping clothes, jewelry, and bags to my penthouse duplex in broad daylight, practically begging Logan to notice. "Like what you see." Adrian texted another Polaroid to bait me. A sheer black bodysuit painted over the most perfect body I'd ever seen. 2 hard points at his chest, every ebb and the arrow of his Adonis belt on display. The new outfit's cheap, rips with one tug. The man was a living, breathing seductive fox spirit. "I'm coming over tonight." I'd barely hit send when I heard someone call me. "Serena, Logan, home? Not babysitting Chloe?" His gaze snapped to the bracelet circling my wrist. Unusual, exquisite. The piece Adrian had clasped on me while I was half unconscious one night. "That bracelet matches Adrian's stud earring. Must be the same designer." Logan let it drop, he had bigger news. "Serena, there's a gala tonight, coming?" What were Logan and Chloe scheming now? "Sure," I said. I regretted it the instant I arrived. I'd expected champagne and small talk, not truth or dare. Chloe picked truth and spilled a syrupy confession. She never said his name, but her eyes stayed locked on Logan, syrupy enough to drown in. I'd become a supporting character in their little drama. No idea why Logan hadn't just broken up with me. Maybe he got off on cheating in plain sight. I ignored Chloe's sideways smirks. "I'm getting air." The gala was held in a penthouse duplex. As I passed a second-floor bedroom, the door flew open. A man's arm hooked my waist and yanked me inside. My back met the solid wood, his face buried in my neck. "Adrian, what are you doing here?" Between soft bites at my ear he sounded heartbreakingly petulant. "You said you'd come to me tonight." I'd stood him up, guilt flickered. He undid his coat and guided my hand across his body. Beneath the flimsy fabric his chest was sculpted, abs ridged and scorching. Everywhere I touched, muscle clenched and burned. Ready to tear off the wrapper? Adrian was a 1,000-year-old fox spirit in the flesh. He kept me tangled in bed until dawn. Morning light drilled into my eyes. My phone wouldn't stop trilling. "Serena, Logan and I are getting engaged," Chloe chirped, triumph oozing through the speaker. I woke up angry, her tantrum was gasoline. "Excuse me? You're celebrating trash collection? Engaged? When exactly did Logan and I break up?" Too much of a coward to tell me himself, so he sends his puppet? Silence, my tone had sliced her vocal cords. A beat later Logan came on. He sounded wrecked. "I'm sorry, Serena." "Stop, don't say my name, it nauseates me." "Spit it out." He exhaled, miserable. "Serena, it's my fault. Let's talk at 3. About ending things. Fine. Even Adrian, still wrapped around me, bristled. You're meeting him? Can't let go, Logan? I don't scavenge leftovers. I patted the iron band of his arm. You're coming with me. By afternoon Adrian was dressed and aloof again. I couldn't resist kissing the small red mole on his collarbone. Keep that up and we're not leaving. I leapt out of reach. He laughed despite himself. We were halfway out the door when the call came. Good news, Logan had crashed. No fatalities, just a fractured left leg. I sighed, half relieved, half delighted, and hauled Adrian toward the elevator. Come on, let's visit the patient. St. Camilla's Hospital, private suite reeking of antiseptic. Logan lay pale, leg in a cast, face stitched in a couple of places. Serena, you, both of you, came? I recoiled. Don't say my name. I'm here to verify the death rumor was exaggerated. He went whiter. I'm sorry, Serena. I love you. But I can't abandon Chloe, she'd jump off the balcony without me. They deserved each other, shameless and thick-skinned. I laughed, razor sharp. Cheating's still disgusting no matter how many times you apologize. I yanked a stack of Polaroids from my purse and flung them at him. Every hug, every kiss, every handhold Chloe had messaged me, now in glossy color. Logan crushed one photo in his fist, voice cracking. I'm sorry, Serena. I'll apologize for Chloe, too. Save it. I tugged Adrian close and planted a loud kiss on his cheek. You? While Logan gaped, Adrian curved a possessive arm around my waist. I'm Serena's secret lover. I tossed a second envelope of Polaroids onto the bed. Shots of Adrian and me, just as intimate. You weren't exclusive, remember? Logan's pale cheeks flared crimson. No need for guilt, Logan. You dished it out, I simply returned the favor. Hollow apologies bore me, revenge is better therapy. Don't flatter yourself thinking you mattered that much, you were just the first guy dumb enough to cheat on me. Before leaving, I told Adrian, file those photos. I'm done with this chapter. As the door swung shut, I heard Adrian's parting shot. Logan, your eyesight's garbage. You didn't treasure Serena, so I will. Hopefully the bastard wouldn't die of rage. After the breakup Adrian graduated from lover to official boyfriend, but security still eluded him. Are you with me just to punish Logan? His lashes swept down, beautiful and brittle. I kissed the corner of his lips, tender and affectionate. Of course not. Actually, more than half of it was true, the other half was simply that Adrian was drop-dead gorgeous. If I become your boyfriend, will you still look for other secret lovers? I have morals. As punishment, I sank my teeth hard into the hollow above his collarbone. Adrian only smiled, delighted, fingertips tracing the fresh bite mark, eyes dark and bottomless. But the man seemed to possess zero sense of security and started checking up on me like a maniac. If I missed one call, he'd flood me with dozens more. Whenever I went out to a rooftop bar, I had to send him Polaroids to prove where I was. He acted as though he feared I might drag home another lover to replace him. My girlfriends teased that I'd become the poster child for a whipped boyfriend. No one even dared invite me to happy hour anymore. I finally couldn't stand Adrian's psycho-level need for control. While he was buried in a mountain of contracts, I arranged with my crew to sneak out. One of them laughed in my face. Serena, you've really fallen from grace. A man has you on lockdown so tight you're tiptoeing around like a thief. I poured out my misery. Adrian's gone full dictator on me. If I exchange 2 extra sentences with any guy, he flips into jealous rage mode, all icy sarcasm, and the jerk has a razor tongue. Everyone snickered, except for a boy in his early 20s sitting nearby. Baby-faced, college fresh, eyes full of sympathy. Serena, your boyfriend sounds petty as hell. Must be exhausting for you, sis. He was my friend's little brother, newly enrolled. Hearing him, I instinctively defended Adrian. He's actually a good guy, just a tad strict. Before the words left my mouth, my phone rang. Adrian. Where are you? Home by 10. His voice was ice. I'd felt a twinge of guilt, now I saw red. You're not my mom, and I'm not answering to a curfew. I'm staying out with my friends tonight. I hung up and let every subsequent call rot in voicemail. At exactly 10 I was nursing a drink, chatting with the kid next to me, when my girlfriend's expression went weird, eyes fixed behind me. A hand landed on my shoulder, and a voice I knew intimately brushed my ear. Serena, so this is the friend you meant? My glass almost slipped. Adrian's arm locked around my waist, yanking me off the sofa. The boy rose too, chin lifted, so you're the jealous boyfriend everyone jokes about, pretty scary. Adrian's glacially beautiful face showed nothing, he even smiled. Jealous? Didn't anyone tell you Serena's a face addict? Looking the way you do, you're not even worth my jealousy. The kid's face drained of color. Adrian turned to my friends, already bidding them goodbye. Serena and I are leaving. See you around. The arm around my waist kept tightening. I was so dead. The instant we hit the back seat, he kissed me savagely. Why didn't you pick up? Why weren't you home? Do you want that kid? The confident Adrian of 5 minutes ago now sounded unhinged. What's he got that I don't? I could barely breathe, forced to answer, he's just my friend's little brother. Huh. A laugh that didn't reach his eyes. I'm not blind, he's into you. You smiled at him, talked to him. Are you planning to make him your next secret lover so he can replace me, just like I replaced someone else? My head pounded. What nonsense is that? You really don't trust me? His silence lit a fuse in me. In a fit of temper I said, fine, if trust is dead, let's just break up. I shoved him away, found my car, and drove off. Back home, I was still shaking with rage. I blocked every one of Adrian's contacts. I lay in bed replaying his irrational accusations. I'd offered him the role of secret lover only because Logan had cheated first. Now I loved him, why would I entangle myself with anyone else? Did he honestly not believe me? And his suffocating need to control every breath I took was crushing me. I have no idea when I finally drifted off, even my dreams were full of Adrian. Half asleep, I sensed a silhouette beside the bed and bolted upright in cold sweat. I squinted until the shadow sharpened into Adrian. You psycho. I hurled a pillow at him and flicked on the nightlight. Trying to give me a heart attack at 3 a.m.? Still he said nothing. His gorgeous, frosty face was unreadable, creepy as hell. We broke up. What are you doing here? At the word broke, his expression cracked, voice low and arctic. Break up? That happens when I'm dead. While he spoke, he strode to the window, shoved it open, and prepared to jump off the balcony. Stop, stop, stop. I leapt out of bed and flung my arms around his waist. We're not breaking up, forget what I said. It was pure temper, I swear. Only then did Adrian abandon the window. He spun around and hugged me, crying, hot tears soaking my shoulder. Serena, I can't live without you, don't throw me away. Hearing his broken voice, pity flooded me. I figured I was a lost cause too. Fine, 2 lunatics deserve each other. Then let's not break up. Let's just get married, and do not invite your friend's little brother. He was still on that? Deal, he's off the guest list. Thanks for listening to today's story. If you loved this episode, smash that like button and share it with friends. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more juicy tales. See you next time.